morning, Wednesday, Thursday, October 24th. Is that today's date?
Yes.
Thursday, October 24th. It's Brody. Come back up here, mister. I'm Larissa. Tire's come. Drink from skulls. Oh. So, you're congested?
Yep. Well, I have mucus in my head.
Yeah, that's what congested means.
I can breathe though. I'm also tired.
Yeah. You can breathe, but you can't smell. You couldn't smell that skunk last night.
Nope.
Like, I don't know, 10 minutes after you went to bed, which you went to bed like what? Like 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I came to bed at 9:13 or something. Yeah, like 10 minutes after you went to bed. It was in the living room. The whole house stunk. The whole house stunk. I finally came upstairs thinking it would be better up here, and it wasn't. And you were snoring, and it stunk. Like, I had my nose thing.
Mm-hmm.
I stuck it under my nose just so I would smell that instead of the skunk. So that's probably what he was like barking at down there last night.
Probably.
I don't know. It was awful.
I didn't see any signs of skunk when I went out today.
You didn't smell any either.
Mm-mm.
Well, when you opened the door
Mm-hmm.
to bring in the tea,
Mm-hmm.
there was a waft of the skunk smell still left out in that part of the house. Because it came back in. I was like, oh.
Yeah, maybe it was walking around the house or something.
It was walking around the house because the stink. I think the stink. It might have happened because of me. I went downstairs to flip laundry
Mm-hmm.
before or shortly after you went down or came up to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was when I came up from the laundry was when the stink was everywhere.
That reminds me, there's a little bird in downstairs the other day.
A little
I don't
bird.
know if it was yesterday or the day before.
Was it dead?
No, I let it out. I mean, I opened up the door.
What kind of little bird?
Shoot it out. I don't know. One of those little.
Well, how'd it get in?
I have no idea. Probably was walking on the ground and hopped in through
that little hole underneath.
Something like that. Because it was over there by the laundry.
Oh, that poor little bird.
Well, it got out.
I'm glad you found it. Glad you found it. I don't like when the little birds get stuck inside. They come looking for me. They come looking for me. If I sit outside and play ball with Brody and sing, they come and sit on the bush that's right there. They come over there and sit with me.
Mm-hmm.
Little birds. I love the little birds.
I know you do.
The little skunks are cute too. They just smell so bad. Little baby skunks are so cute. They're so cute. Mm. Where are you going?
File for another sick day.
I'm tired as hell because I did not sleep last night. Like I said, stinky ass skunk, and then he was sawing logs, sleeping next to a log mill here. But if his face is all congested, that's why he was snoring like that. Oh my god! Put on my headphones, and it's hard. When he snores real bad, I put on my headphones and I put other noise. And if his snoring was I don't know why I can sleep to hurricane sounds. but I can't sleep to his snoring. And I use the hurricane sounds to like drown out his snoring. It was awful. Awful, awful. But when I put on the headphones and I can't lay on either side, I have to lay on my back, and I can't lay on my back continuously. I like to lay on my right side, and I've been having spasms in my arm on the right side, and ugh, ugh, this thing on the side of my nose. Oh. Anyway, I haven't been able to make it to the grocery store this week, and there's like no food in the house. And last night, stopped to pick up dinner someplace, and I stopped at this restaurant. Okay, so there's this restaurant space near us that used to have this other restaurant in it. And this other restaurant we used to go to sometimes because they had a really, really wide selection of vegetarian food. And the food was good. And the dining room looked really cute. And so we talked to the owner a couple times, and she was real friendly. And she tells me this one time about, oh, I'm having this event. The Buddhist monks come and they bless the restaurant every year. You should come. I'm like, okay, I'll come see this. you know? And she's like, we have free lunch and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. So I told her, I said, oh, I'll show up early. I'll help you set up. She's like, oh, that'd be so nice. So I do. So I show up early, and she's getting ready. And I said, oh, what can I do to help you out? And she says to me, well, you can wipe down the tables for me. I'm like, okay, that's not a problem. I'll do that. I put my purse down, and I follow her back behind the counter. She grabs like 3 dirty napkins, linen napkins out of a hamper, used napkins that have been on people's faces and whatever, right? Out of a hamper, and hands them to me. And I'm just like, I take them, dumbfounded, right? And then she hands me a thing of Windex, and she's like, here, use this to wipe the table. I'm like, what? I mean, I've worked in a lot of restaurants. We never use dirty napkins. Like, maybe if there was an unused napkin left on a table when you were bussing it, you would dust crumbs into the bussing bucket with it, but you never wiped the table down. Like, that was never clean, right? Like, you had to go back with the bleach rag and wipe the table down with the bleach rag. Every restaurant I've ever worked at, everything got wiped with bleach rag, right? So I was like, oh, and she hands me this Windex. I'm like, Windex? Oh my God. So I put the napkins down. I said, do you have any paper towel? She says, if you'd rather use paper towel, there's some back in the kitchen. I'm like, okay, can I just go get it? She's like, yeah, just go back and get it. You know, ask them back there for some paper towel. So I go back there. Meanwhile, while I'm walking back there, the Buddhist monk comes in all his robes and everything, and he's sitting down, and she's been bringing out this big pile of food that's out of this kitchen that I'm walking back into to put on this table for him to bless, and people are starting to show up, right? And they're standing outside waiting to come in. And I go back in the kitchen, and everything has like this thick of old food crusted all over all of the surfaces, right? Like, the only like clear looking kind of clear looking surfaces are the immediate areas where people are chopping things. But everything is just like caked. It was the filthiest, filthiest, filthiest food preparation area I have ever seen. I'd never seen anything like. I just like I backed up. I was, oh, and I couldn't stay. I had to leave. I couldn't be part of it. I was like, I'm sorry, I have to go. I came home and told Omar how dirty the place was. Well, anyway, it closed down. That restaurant closed down. And I was like, wow, don't feel bad about that. Dirty, 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 right? Like, there was no amount of blessing that was going to protect people from potential food poisoning there. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe. And the funny thing was, is like, the last time that we had been there, after we left, I didn't feel good, right? So anyway, there's a new restaurant in there. I've been saying it for a while. I'm going to go in there and check it out. So I stopped there to get carryout, check it out last night, and I was a little disappointed. More than a little disappointed. It was like way overpriced. Way, 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 way overpriced. 2 carryout entrees. And it was like $50. And small, like the portions, it's not that they were appropriate portions for like a meal size kind of thing, but there were no sides or anything with it, and no bread, no, like, for $50, I felt really ripped off. And the food was just okay. Like, it wasn't, like, oh my gosh, the best I've ever had. So I don't think it's worth going back. I don't. And dude is like insisting on calling me Bella, Bella. I'm like, and I just didn't respond. And then it turns out his wife is there, and I knew his wife. I met, we're not like, I don't know her personally, but I know who she is. I was like, that's your wife, and you're calling other women names like that in front of her, in public, right? I was like, oh my God. Then you're gonna charge me $50 for like not even a full meal? It's like, no, thank you. So I don't think I'll go back. I don't think I'll go back. Not worth it. Ugh. 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 First world problems, right? First world problems. Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted because I did not sleep last night because it was stinky and he was snoring. What do you think, Brody? What do you think? How you feeling today, buddy? You gonna puke in the hallway? What's going on with you? Hey, mister. He's ignoring me. He's ignoring me. Oh, so yesterday I was like totally irritated. So I had all these appointments made, and there's another person I've been trying to make an appointment with who wanted to meet with me yesterday, right? But I said no because I had all these other appointments on my book, and 2 of my 3 appointments were no-shows, right? 2 of my 3 appointments were no-shows, and I'm just like, and all of the no-shows were women. I'm just like, this is why we as women have trouble being taken seriously, right? Because women are flaky and bitchy and petty. And I'm just like, oh my God. Can't, we made this appointment. You wasted my fucking time. Right? Super irritating. Super irritating. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, I got some writing done yesterday. Got 3 articles written. Oh, I hope I get whatever it is he has. Anyway. Mr. South Detroit. Mr. South Detroit. Yeah. Seriously. Windsor. So you're gonna spend today sleeping again?
Probably pretty much like now. Oh.
Oh. Oh, here comes Mister. Here comes Mister. He's like, Daddy, Daddy, love me,
Brody was very
love me, love me,
Yeah.
love me, love me, Daddy.
What he was doing this yesterday.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
What
Because
a nice Brody.
yeah, he thinks he's doing this. He's like, well, if Sassy gets to sit with Mommy when she doesn't feel good, I sit with Daddy when he doesn't feel good.
And then yesterday, I was laying down and Sassy came over because her pad was turned off because of the power cycling.
Oh yeah. So when did the power go out? When did it come back on?
It came back on like 5 minutes after I texted you.
Oh.
Basically, went off. I waited like 10 minutes. And I was like, fine, I'll go out and start the generator. And then, like, right after I did that, 5 minutes later, I got a text from PG&E and said the power's back on.
Was his nose in rat holes? He's got dirty snout.
I mean, it probably always is.
You got rat hole snout, Mister.
Doing a lot of construction around the chicken coop.
Oh, the rats are. The rats are doing construction. They passed a bond measure.
They're building.
They're
tunnels.
retrofitting. They're retrofitting their
Yep.
infrastructure.
Yep.
Fucking rats. Oh my god.
Now I have that. The tube for the French drain. I put the extra tube behind the chicken coop until I can work on that. The other day I saw a rat in the.
Oh, you should put poison. You should put poison in it.
Yeah.
You should put poison in it. Yeah, they'll totally go in that tube. Rats love tubes.
I'm sure. Okay, I didn't even have to dig this.
Oh my god, fucking rats. Well, look at you, Mister. Aren't you a spoiled brat? Oh my gosh. Anyway. What?
So when were the people supposed? When were the?
I had an appointment at 11 o'clock where 3 of them were supposed to show up for a photo shoot, and I had an appointment at 3 o'clock where 1 was supposed to show up.
These were the appointments that you made on Monday.
Yes. Yes. A huge fucking waste of my time, especially given that I was trying to coordinate with somebody else for an interview.
Mm-hmm. So,
But I'm supposed to go down to these businesses and spend money in these businesses.
What did they say when you, like, how did
They chose the times! Again, they chose the times. It wasn't even, me suggesting a time. It was like, they chose the times. Ugh. Women are shitty. So I said, women are just fucking shitty. Especially to other women. Oh. Saw this headline this morning that 14-year-old boy committed suicide after falling in love with an AI chatbot. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Gross. Just gross. Just absolutely gross. Oh. I saw the Netherlands is banning children under 15 from using social media. I think it's a shame that governments are having to do what parents don't have the fucking sack to do themselves. I mean, geez. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is telling people, just have babies. Who's going to raise them? I mean, why should anybody, why should the government be raising people's kids? Jeez. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is he sitting on your chest? Mister, what are you doing? What are you doing, mister? You need a bath. You do. You need to go see Yoshi and Gemma. You do. Oh, you're smelly. Daddy can't smell you, but I can. He stinks. You do? You're stinky. He's like, I love it. Is your tail on your butt? Is it on your ass? Jenner, it's getting you. That tail's on your ass, mister. It is. That tail's on your ass. That tail's on your ass. He just caught a glimpse of himself in the mirror. Ugh. Mr. Brody. Mr. Brody. Anyway. Anybody gives me troubles today, I'm probably not going to be friendly. What do you want me to do about dinner tonight?
What do you want?
Whatever I want.
Like, that's not my plan.
I know, but you're not feeling well, so what?
Oh, like food wise?
Yeah, food wise.
Appetite wise, I think I'm fine.
Oh, it's just
like,
a cold then.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like a huge appetite, but I don't feel like.
You don't feel like nauseated or anything.
No.
You just feel achy and have congestion.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
I'll figure something out. Anyway.